Hi everyone, I'm Shaylin here with Reedsy. Today let's talk about character profiles. So in the last video we talked about character development. You can check that out in the cards if you want to learn about the basic building blocks of character. Today we're going to be talking about character profiles, which is a way of organizing and developing the basic information about your character, as well as maybe some less basic information, and getting a stronger handle on their personality. Many writers start by making a character profile as the beginning of their character development process, and it is a useful tool to stay organized so your character doesn't, say, change their eye color halfway through the book. You may not need all of the information you develop, but it is a good way to start developing the character and just learning more about them. Now, there is no one way to make a character profile, and the more you make, the more you'll probably start to develop or modify one to suit yourself. You'll realize what details are important for you and what details are less important for you. But in this video, I'm going to cover a lot of the basic things that you'll probably want to include in a character profile. You don't want it to be kind of just general characteristics like their height and their hair color. You also want to use this to get deeper into their personality and start to round them out as a person. We're going to start this video and this template with the most basic information and get more and more into their personality and their psychology as we go on. So let's start with part one, the basics. Start with basic details like name, age, place of birth, current residence, nationality, education, occupation, and income. Then you can also move on to their physical appearance. Their eyes, hair, skin, height, build, their personnel style, their mannerisms, their body language, their facial expressions. And this can move you into their style of communication, the style and rate that they speak, any kind of colloquialisms or phrases that they use, gestures that they make, how they do or don't use eye contact with other people, their laugh, their expression, how emotive they are. Already this is getting into much deeper level of characterization than just the basics like where they were born. So this gets us to part two, the backstory. Start with their hometown and then think about their childhood. What was their relationship with their parents like? What was their education like as a kid? What were their hobbies and interests as a kid? What did they aspire for as a kid? Do they have any role models? Do they have regrets? What are their kind of key important memories, moments that have really stuck with them? What do they wish they could change? Now, what about their family? Think a little bit about their parents and their siblings and their relationship with them. What about their extended family? Do they have any children of their own? Who are their closest friends or friends from their pasts? Or what about their romantic history? Do they have any enemies? How are they generally perceived by other people when they first meet them? Who do they depend on? Who do they miss? Who do they have an ongoing feud or hold bitterness towards? And finally, part three, let's talk about their psychology. Are they introverted or extroverted? What kind of intelligence types do they have? Are they more logical? Are they more creative? Are they more socially intelligent? Are they an optimist, a pessimist? What secrets do they keep? How withdrawn do they tend to be? What are their greatest fears? What do they want most? What are their greatest flaws, their greatest strengths or skills? Accomplishments, things that they're proud of. What is their idea of happiness? What do they want to be remembered for or want their legacy to be? What or who angers them, bores them, annoys them? What do they value in other people? How do they perceive themselves? How do they personally wish they could change? What are their moral beliefs and how closely do they stick to them? Finally, what's their goal in the story and what's their motivation behind it? This was, of course, a ton of information, so if you want to recap on all of this, there's a downloadable template that I will leave a link to in the description. It has actually even more than I covered in this video. It's super in-depth and a great place to get started if you want to use a character template. So thank you so much for watching, and remember to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any new videos. We've got new writing, editing, and publishing tips every Tuesday and Friday. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.